Yo, what's good? This is the press release. I'm your host, Pro Bowl wide receiver, Allen Robinson, here with my co-host, Super Bowl champion, Prince Amuka Mara. What's good, man?
Fight on, state, strike your gate and win. Victory we predict for thee. We're forever loyal to you, dear old
All
white and blue.
right, all right, all right.
Golly, man.
Listen, hey, but we knew this though. But we knew
We
this.
we knew this. We knew this pre Dylan Rayola or post.
It's Nebraska, bro.
Come
It's
on.
Nebraska. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
you even said you haven't beat them yet, but
But again, the years that I was there was a little bit skewed. You know what I'm saying? Like limited
what do you
scholarships.
mean? They just lost. They just lost one of the best coaches they've had there,
Yeah, but
and
they
they
have the
still.
same they have the same players that they came into the season with at number 2 overall. Granted, they may have some injuries, but they aren't very limited on scholarships like we were, which is a totally different ball game when you have I don't know X amount of walk-ons that are actually playing. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
It's a different monster. It's a different monster. But I appreciate you acknowledging that, which we knew that. I mean, look, listen to all the fans out there. It's levels to this college football kind of stuff. It's levels. You know what I'm saying?
We
We
in the
are
same conference, Big Ten.
We are for a reason. You feel me? It's Penn State, Nebraska, it's levels, So I mean, but again, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate
Yeah,
you paying up. But
of course.
next up on the list, we won money this week, P.
We did.
Yeah, guaranteed picks
Oh,
hit
you
this
did.
week, man.
Listen, they were a little scary though, but it don't matter. You win. You
Yeah,
win.
listen, and that's what it's. Hey,
Yeah.
what did the Dallas Cowboys coach say? Can you win the game in the first quarter? Nope. Can you win the game in the second quarter? Nope. You feel me? So Lions went to OT and beat the
Right,
Giants. Kansas City came back
man.
and beat the Indianapolis Colts. Seattle Seahawks. We knew what they were gonna do. Also, and for me, I don't know if it was a big weekend for me, a big sports weekend, man. I had
Oh yeah, you
Devin
chose that. You called that, and he
had
was an
Devin,
underdog.
yeah, had Devin Haney in the mix. Shout out to
That
Devin
is
Haney.
true.
So it was a great day. And like I said before to all the fans out there, man, if you want a nice, solid few picks to kind of build some of your parlays around. Also, shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown, had him for an anytime touchdown. So a lot of things, went our way, but
Right,
again,
right.
I knew coming off the performance that happened against the Philadelphia Eagles that he was gonna respond in a very vicious way. I knew Amin would get in the zone. So great week for us this weekend. Looking to do the same this week, man. Again, it's about making money. But I'm gonna get straight to it because I added a segment this week that's a little bit different than what we normally do. But I'm gonna get straight to the game, balls. Cowboys versus Eagles. Gotta
Man.
give it to my guy George Pickens, man. And mind you, I've been a person because I
Oh,
play with him, seeing it every day. I
yeah.
told people
You,
if
you told
you do
me.
not know about George Pickens,
Yeah.
you need to know. And the
Yeah.
old saying for the people who didn't, if you didn't know, now you
Now you
know.
know. Yeah. If you
George
don't
is
know, now you know.
George is having a phenomenal season, man.
Man.
Yeah, yeah. What's your thoughts? I mean, he's one of those guys that you say that you don't really like to go up against. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy who's a great contested
Yeah.
catch guy, not a 50-50 ball guy. He's an 85-15
Ooh.
kind of guy. And we're going to get into this a little bit more down into the show, but I think the reason why the Cowboys, especially in some of these games, may start to have success is because down the stretch of the games, they don't have to get too schemy.
No.
When you have a George
A
Pickens,
slant, a go ball, just basic routes.
basic routes and can create explosive plays.
Yeah.
And I say that because some of the teams in the NFC are struggling a little bit because they can't make big plays that simple. When you look at the Green Bay Packers, to me, I feel like it's a little bit too schemy. Even that game on Sunday with the Philadelphia Eagles, I saw Devontae Smith catch one down the field, but as far as how they're operating, sometimes it can get too schemy and they can't just say, you know what, I'm going to drop back, throw it up to George and let him make a play. So I
Right.
think that gives the Dallas Cowboys a significant advantage, and we'll talk a little bit about the Eagles later in the show as well. Game number 2 Bears versus Steelers, gave it to Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Um, he's been playing very good this year, as the
Yeah.
entire Chicago Bears team is. We know, as two former Chicago Bears, what it's like to win in that city, what it's like to come in with the first time head coach, second year quarterback, the energy that can happen and just how that takes place, and to see Chicago roll, man. Again, I feel like it looks a little bit like our team in a
Yeah.
sense.
No, it does. And I mean, you got a new exciting head coach. I think a lot of people counted them out starting 0-2 and started looking like a rebuild year. But this year, I feel like they might be 2 years earlier than usual. And I mean, the way their DBs and their defense is playing, I mean, without Jalen Johnson, I mean, it's definitely victory by committee. And yes, it does start with Caleb Williams, and they're playing whatever formula they're playing. It's winning. It's winning formula, and it's working.
First, let's take a moment here to appreciate Prince Amukamara's suit.
No, I've been in a polo every time
Listen,
for the
man,
most
we
part.
just
For the
want
most
to
part.
listen, man. You know what I'm saying? My guy means business. He came ready to work today. I just wanted to take a moment in the show to just appreciate my guy Pease. Got the nice tie, blue shirt.
It's Penn State blue. I think it's something,
Hey,
man. I
man,
never
even better, man. You look like a Penn State student, man. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. You kind of remind me back in my Joe Paterno travel days, man, when I had to put the blue shirt on with the
wear.
suit, man. But back to the Chicago Bears. Also, and I said this, man, time and time again, Ben Johnson teams play the best in crunch time.
Mm,
Ben Johnson coaches the best.
mm.
He calls the best plays. He has his teams prepared for those situations, and that's something that he preaches all the time. And you see a Bears team that's winning a lot of close games in prior years that they may have lost under a different regime. So they're definitely turning the corner here, man, and they're starting to create a little bit of separation each and every week as they win from some of the other teams
True.
that were kind of gaining ground on them. Obviously, it's still a close race in the NFC North, but they're, I mean, they definitely look the par, man, when you talk about playoff teams and what a playoff team should look like this time of year.
Do 100%. And then we know once you get that city believing, and then everyone on the team believing, it starts to become electric, and it's a
It's a
beautiful
fun city to
place.
play
Yeah.
in, man. It's a fun city. I it's a fun city to win in.
Yes.
I'll
Yes, it
say
is.
that. It's a fun city to win in. On to the next game. The Detroit Lions versus the Giants.
Mm.
Gotta give it to Jameer
Oh
Gibbs,
my
man.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even said he inserted himself in the MVP race. I feel like the MVP. I mean, I think we're going to talk about Matt Stafford later, but I'm just saying it's not a clear cut of who's getting it. Usually, back when we were playing, it was Tom Brady, it was
For
Eli,
sure.
it was Drew, it was Philip, it was one of these, like one of these quarterbacks.
For
But
sure.
now it seems pretty open, and these running backs from Jonathan Taylor, from Jameer Gibbs, there's a lot of these guys are starting to insert themselves into the MVP conversation. And I mean, Jameer, I mean, he's like Bijan. I mean, they do it all. They catch the ball. They're great. They run it in between the tackles. They great open field moves. They do it all.
Do you know how many yards Jameer Gibbs averaged per carry last game?
It has to be. I mean, how many carries? I'd say between 15 and 20.
It was 14 plus, almost
Wow.
15 on, I want to say, 15 carries.
Every time you
Uh,
gave him the ball, he was going to give you a first down and
explosive
some.
and explosive,
Yeah.
which is
Wow.
what you want, which is what you're hunting in the run game and the pass game. Moving on to the next game, ball. Rams versus Buccaneers. Matthew Stafford, man,
Golly.
he continues. I don't even want to say turn the clock back, man, because he's been so steady
Yeah.
throughout the course of his career, man. But I mean, the Rams right now are looking like the favorite in the NFC because they're just playing so consistent. Like
Yeah.
you say sometimes, show me a bad team, I'll show you a struggling quarterback.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, Show me a Super Bowl contending team
Mm,
or a team that's at the top of their conference, and I'll show you a very consistent quarterback,
yeah.
which is what we see from the Rams right now. Matthew Stafford playing extremely consistent. The
Yeah.
Rams defense also playing consistent, limiting explosives, being able to get takeaways. And when you're doing those two things, it's tough to beat you. It's
Yeah.
tough to beat you.
It's scary. And then you have two number ones out there. I mean, I heard Devontae say like this is his most fun. This is the most fun he's having playing football. I'm thinking, man, all and I'm sure it's just a figure of speech, and I'm sure this doesn't devalue his time with Aaron Rodgers, but it's like he's getting it was like you prime, it was prime A Rob when like if it's on the 1 or 2 yard line,
Those
single
throwing the
wide out.
fade. Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a jump ball. It's like
Nah.
it's a race to the pylon.
Race to the
It's
pylon. They can mix some slants in there. I believe when they
yeah,
played against Jacksonville, he ran kind of like a slant. So they're really changing it up around that. And at also, I don't know if this is true or not, man, but on Twitter the past couple of days, I've seen some rumblings of Aaron Donald possibly
no
could
way.
make a return. I mean, he posts videos all the time, being in phenomenal shape.
Phenomenal shape.
You know, he has a great relationship with the
Yeah.
organization. I mean, still
He goes
relatively
to the
young,
games. He's
goes to
watching
the
it.
games. I mean, at the end of the day, man, he's one of the best to ever do it. So I mean, who knows? Granted, again, that may just be some clickbait kind of stuff, but I've seen some rumblings, man. Listen, I love to see a sighting of Aaron Donald
Is he
back out
starting?
there
If he gets on, is he starting?
day one. Day one. As a person who's played with him, fam, he almost, this is no joke.
Yeah, I
In
want to hear
practice,
this.
it seems like he has like some type of like anti-block repellent. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, the way he gets through double teams and the way he like makes O linemen whiff off the snap of the ball. Because mind you, he's the guy who plays in the interior.
Right.
I've never seen anyone get to the quarterback as quickly as he does.
Wow.
It's on another level.
And you
It's
think
on another level.
he can still go. He can still
Definitely, definitely. I believe he retired when he was 30, maybe 31. I believe
wow.
30. So I mean he's still very young, you
Yeah,
know,
he is young.
and again, a person who stepped away on their own terms, never had any significant injuries or anything like that. So you're talking about a person who I would say probably still has a few years of ball left in him if they wanted to play. Not to mention he's one of the
If
best
he
to ever
does
do
that,
it.
if he does that, wow.
It would be pretty remarkable,
Yeah.
but introducing another segment of the show this week, start, bench, cut.
Mm.
There was some group chat conversations spiraling this week, talking through some different positions and who those would be. So first up, I'm gonna go at the receiver position, and I'm gonna ask you because I'm very curious to hear your opinion as a DB, as a defensive side of the ball person who has a little bit different perspective. Start, bench, cut. George Pickens, Puka Nakua, or Jackson Smith and Jingba.
That's tough.
Start,
Uh
bench, cut.
start George, bench Jackson, cut Puka. Yeah, and that's just because
Same. That was
like
my
it's
answer.
okay.
And, I,
Yeah.
and I'll let you give your. I'll let you go as far as your reasoning first.
Yeah, I mean George, I mean just playing the best right now and I just feel like he wants the ball in the moment like he's going to make the play that I need to be made. So that's why I have him and then JSN, I mean, he's you know how I feel about shorter receivers and stuff like that, but still he's still nice and can still move. And so I feel like he's the second best out of the three. And then Puka, I feel like Puka's is a big play guy, but I'm not I'm just not too worried about him on like a goal ball or something. He makes plays, but I like the first two better.
You know, George to me, and again, and not to say that Puka or Jackson Smith and Jingba can't. George is like the dude that is you don't want to see in the gym and catch like a one on one. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
he's the person who it's like one on one. He could tell you he's running a go and still beat you on it.
Oh, facts.
And when you have a person who's that explosive and that dangerous, it takes things to a whole nother level. Like I said before, I played with him, so I saw it day in and day out practice in games, and I saw the fear that he put in people when they would guard him, man. And it's on a totally different level, man. I played with him in a game I believe he had against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, you said this
And I said
like
this
4 for like
earlier,
200.
literally like 4 for 198.
Oh wow.
That's the kind of explosiveness that he has. And I say that all the time because a big value to me that some receivers have is not having to be a high volume guy to be productive,
Mm,
which George brings to the table. He's had back-to-back games now of 140 plus.
gosh.
He's doing it when it matters most. And again, not to say that those guys aren't, but it's a little bit more Debo than most.
Yeah.
So I love that. And again, shout out to those guys, man. All great players, man. And again, I believe they're 1, 2, and 3 when it comes to yards, as far as that group. But on to the next one. And also, I meant to say too, and we got the first one out the way. But for the rest of them, you can take any point in time in their career that you want to take. If you want to take best years, if you want to take this year, whatever you want to take, especially for this one. Start, bench, cut. Jameer Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor.
Gosh. Dang, Bijan didn't even make the cut. I mean, I'm just going off of I'm going off of this. You said, are we going off just this year? How are we doing it?
You can take the best year, like however you want to do it. You can take this year. You can take their best year, whatever year you want to take.
Okay then. Yeah, I'm going. If that's the case, I'm going Saquon, Jonathan, and Jameer. Yeah,
You
and
saying start, bench, cut Saquon,
yes, start
Jonathan, then
Saquon, bench
Jameer.
Jonathan, and then cut Jameer. And this is the reason why I need I need big backs. I mean, Jameer runs in between the tackles, but I just I like Saquon and Jonathan Taylor falling forward. I can see them falling forward a little bit more. And
Listen,
yeah,
you give me the kind of explosiveness that Jameer gives have. Listen, and I say that because, like I said before, to me, when you're not a high volume guy, you allow everybody else to be involved seamlessly. And I think that's a value.
right. You
When
talking about high
15
volume, like
touches,
getting like 30 carries?
yes. And I
Right.
said that because a lot of people like to say, well, Jameer Gibbs, I mean, he hasn't had to take on, the solo responsibility of being a back and different things
That is
like that.
true.
But
I like that.
Jameer Gibbs does not need 25 carries per game. He can get
Yeah,
his
that's
off of
because
15.
no, that's because golf is throwing 50 times a game. What do you mean?
Jameer Gibbs right now, where he sits at in carries and yards, is a benefit to the team. And again, the explosive plays that he's been able to have. But for my start bench cut, I'm going that exact order that it's in. Jameer Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor. Again, all great backs, but
Wow.
to me, I just think the overall versatility of Jameer Gibbs and what he's bringing to the table right now is you don't really see it that often, man. I mean, he kind of reminds me of CJ of Chris Johnson a little bit. I mean, I think that's the last time I can remember somebody who was that explosive at that position, game in and game out. So next up, I'm gonna get to some quarterbacks. This group of quarterbacks, none of them have a Super Bowl. One has a Super Bowl appearance. Start, bench, cut. Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, or Joe Burrow. Start, bench, cut.
I'm going Joe Burrow, Dak, and then Justin. Yeah,
I think I would do the same.
yeah,
Obviously
yeah.
Joe Burrow got Cincinnati to a Super Bowl. I don't know the last time that I can remember of anybody getting Cincinnati even close to one. But I'll say this personally, I think Dak is still on his heels, man. Like I don't
No,
think
Dak.
Dak doesn't get the respect that I think he deserves. I believe he just came the all-time passer
Yes, I
for
mean
the
that's
Dallas
not a lot.
Cowboys.
That's not a lot. I mean, who had it first? Did Tony have it first, or who had it? Tony or Troy?
I believe it went Troy Aikman, Tony, and then Dak.
Okay,
That's like
because
3-2-1.
gotcha. Okay.
I mean, and again, it may not be that many yards, but when you look at the greatness of an organization and of a franchise and how long they've been
Yes,
around,
for
some of
him
the
to have
players that
that.
have come before you, for him to have that,
Yeah.
to me, I think is significant and just shows how steady he's been as a player over his career. Again, Justin Herbert, I think he still has some ups and downs with his game. Um, I know from a weapon standpoint right now, I mean, he still has Keenan Allen, who's a phenomenal receiver. But on the other side of that, a younger guy, but so of the group right now to date, I think he has the least when it comes to duo. But I mean, I still need to see some more from Justin Herbert.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I know. Me too. I mean, there's times where he shows flashes, like he's the guy. I mean, big arm, big plays, and then yeah. No, I hear. I
I
hear.
just haven't really seen him put the team on his back.
Yeah.
As I've saw a little bit more from Joe Burrow and Dak Prescott. But
Yeah.
moving on to the next one, a little bit of new school meets old school. Start, bench, cut. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford.
Oh, Matthew, Lamar, Josh. Yeah.
I'm torn on the start bench, man. I feel like you can go either way. I give the edge to Stafford because he's won a Super Bowl and how long and how consistent he's done it for. And I'm gonna give it to Matthew Stafford. So
Yeah.
start bench cut Matthew Stafford, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. And the Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen thing to me, especially when it comes to Josh Allen, a little bit kind of reminds me of James Harden.
Mm,
Granted, I'm not always a huge
I like
parallel
that.
person, but I say that because I think, and the same for Lamar Jackson. They're such playmaking quarterbacks. So when you get in crunch time and in the playoffs sometime and a play is not made, it's like, okay, they could have ran more, or they could have passed more, or it's this, or it's that. And playmaking versus getting the ball to your playmakers is a little bit different. And I think when you get to the playoffs, again, who is the most successful playmaking quarterback that you can think of or that comes to mind where the ball is in their hands and they're making the plays on foot and in the air, but everything is more so centered around them? I would say the most successful quarterback, in my opinion, to be able to kind of do that would be Cam.
Yeah. Cam or Mike Vick.
I was gonna say Mike Vick as well, but Mike
Yeah.
Vick, he didn't. I mean, what did Mike Vick when it came to as far as him being able to do that in the playoffs?
Right.
It becomes tough.
Yeah.
And we see that happen time and time again where it's okay, do I take over or do I get my guys involved? I've been taking over all year, and now in the playoffs, whatever schematically is going on, I'm being put in a position where I'm having to lean on my players. And again, when the ball is in your hands a lot, players get cold, they
Right.
become a little inconsistent. There's a lot of different variables that go on with that. So I'm very curious to see if either one of those guys can take the leap this year, especially with the AFC being wide open. Now I'm gonna go to our next segment. What the fans are uh used to this one and used to hearing from us on this. It's called fantasy or reality. First up, the Dallas Cowboys will sneak their way into the playoffs. Fantasy or reality?
Ooh. I mean, Giants are out of contention, unfortunately. Commanders are. Dude, they have a shot and they're playing strong. I gotta look at their schedule. Let me pull up their schedule. I would say it's a reality though, without even looking at their schedule. It's reality.
I agree. I think, man, they're gonna put a pressure on a lot of teams. I saw
Yeah.
the defensive improvement since the trade deadline, especially when adding Quentin Williams. Offensively,
Yeah.
they've been cooking all year.
Oh
they've gotten some
man.
guys back on defense and became a little bit healthier. So I think they definitely have a shot, man. They're gonna push some teams in that wild
Ah,
card. You don't think so? You change your opinion?
bro, they have Kansas City, Detroit, Minnesota, Chargers, Commanders, and Giants. God, how many do they got to win? They're five. They're 5-5, 5-5-1.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, obviously they're gonna take it game by game, but ah, I mean, it's a tough road. It's gonna be a tough road.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I think if they do
Um,
get in, scary,
Definitely.
very scary team. Especially
Very
people
explosive
people
offense.
don't understand having two number ones. Listen, that's how I'm gonna build my team. I look like a GM, so let me act like a GM right now. That's how I'm gonna build my team. I need two because I know as a corner how hard it is to even have two good corners. I need two number one wideouts. I need what Cincy has. I need what Detroit has, and I need what the Cowboys have. Because you can't put a cloud, you can't run to cover two the whole game. You can't put a hat over each
So you're going with
wideout.
that over the build around your running back, like the Indianapolis Colts. So you're taking the
No.
Rams approach. You've got, I don't know if you threw the Rams in there as well.
Yes,
Rams.
exactly.
Okay.
Rams. You need because it's scary, and that's gonna help. It's the Eagles approach
I mean, that's kind of
before
what the league
before
has
before
turned into
Saquon.
a little bit. And I say that because that's why you have the too high defense, because not too many teams can just, they don't have the backs that's going to destroy you. Obviously, we just named three of the top backs in the league right now. But as far as them being able to play cover two and make you dink and dunk, it makes it tough on teams. But moving on to the next one, fantasy or reality. Thanksgiving Day game is a must win for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, reality.
I agree. I
Yes,
agree.
because like you said,
The race is tight.
yeah, the race
It's
is
tight in the
tight,
NFC.
and the Bears are playing with a lot of momentum.
I
And
agree.
so yeah, Detroit. I mean, Detroit has to. I mean, they have to win out because I don't see the Bears slowing down. And when you start winning right now, it's going to give you the confidence to go into postseason.
I agree.
And so yeah, they need this.
I agree, man. It's a big game for them. I believe they play the Packers as well. So it's kind of like
The Packers need to win too.
it's a game and a half almost, for
Yeah,
just overall seeding. You playing an NFC North team. So it's a lot on the line, a lot at stake here right now. Like you said before, man, this time of year, you're trying to win every game, but especially when you're trying to get in and you're now chasing that number one spot in your division. But also when you look at the wild card race, there are some teams that have some wild card records better than you. So you really have to kick it into gear. But I also want to say to the Detroit Lions fans out there, again, at the end of the day, they're just trying to get into the tournament. I think they've spent the last couple years winning the division and then
mm,
not making it to the Super Bowl or not making it. Like last year we went 15-2. We broke a lot of records. We won the division, but we lost in the first round of the playoffs.
exactly.
Which is tough. So I want to the Detroit Lions fans out there, keep calm. Again, if they don't win a division this year, it's not the end of the world. They have bigger and better things that they are hunting, and it may look a little bit different. Again, likes of the New York Giants, who are a wild card team that won the Super Bowl in
Yes, we
those
did.
years. So, things like that do happen. And for a team, you want to get hot right now and you want to continue that momentum into late December and January. Next up, fantasy or reality. The late season heroics have started in Kansas City.
Yes. I mean, we talked about it, man. Kansas City is. you do not want to play them as being the first round, especially being the top seed. And I hope Kansas City is not favored in their first round, because all my money will be going on them. I mean, Kansas City is still a strong team. I bet that they have this type of backs against the wall mentality is what they're saying. Though it's everybody versus us. Everyone's counting us out. They think our dynasty has fallen. Let's show, like, I know for a fact some of that stuff is being said, and that's how they're playing. They're scratching their clawing, and they're not giving up.
They have a big game this week as well. They
Yeah,
play against Dallas
that's what I'm
Cowboys.
saying. Yeah,
Dallas, very big game for them. Very big. So it's gonna be some big games, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see them. Next up on the list, fantasy or reality. Time to hit the panic button in Minnesota.
panic button. What, for their
JJ
organization,
McCarthy,
or just for Hunter? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for their future, or for
future
or
quarterback.
nah, no, not yet. Fantasy, not yet, not yet. I mean, he's playing through. He just got injured. I mean, I'm sure he's not 100%. I mean, it's, yeah. I mean, next year though, if it's still the same JJ, then yes. But
Well,
we'll let me say this: we will see. We will get that answer based off of how Minnesota, based off of how Minnesota drafts this year. If they get a second round quarterback, if they get a quarterback in the first 3 rounds, I think that
what
they
about?
think
I
how we
mean,
think,
you know what
or
comes
even a
before the
solid free
draft,
agent.
right?
Yeah, even a solid. If they get Jameis or somebody, if
Mac
they get
Jones.
Mac Jones, yeah, then yes, 100%. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
And I say this because you know how it is in NFL. Your team year to year changes a lot.
Yeah,
So sometimes when you have what's going on at their quarterback position, the rest of your team can be built and ready to win.
right.
They're putting teams through dogfights on defense. You have Justin Jefferson. You have Jordan Addison, who at a time you're going to have to pay him. And when you pay Jordan Addison, that takes away money from somewhere else.
Yeah,
So when you have these kind of things going on, the landscape of the team is not always the same, which is why I say when you have certain opportunities and certain windows to win based on payrolls, who's being paid what, how that benefits other positions, it's a butterfly effect across the NFL
right.
when it comes to who's doing what and when. So, like you said, next year might be more of a, because the fifth year option comes up and things come up quick. They also have one less year of evaluation on him because of the injury. So now this is kind of like his rookie year. And when you factor all those things in, if you're Minnesota, you kind of have to roll the dice with him next year, but you also have to be ready to change gears if you feel that your team is truly ready to contend and win.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Which I feel like if you have a third year quarterback, that's a time where you're going for the gusto as a team.
Mm.
Next on the list for today, we have hot topics. We have some really good ones here, and I'm excited to get into. Again, as we get later into the year, games become more significant. The benefit of teams winning versus team losing. There's implications all across the board. If you're a Giants fan like Prince and Mukamura, you're kind of torn between if you want your team to win, if you want your team to
Yeah.
lose, because you're battling between the satisfaction of us as a fan wanting a win, but also us losing our draft slot as far as where we may be picking at in next year's draft. So for people that are Giants fans and Vegas Raiders fans, and it can be tough this time of year.
Yeah.
But for teams like the next team I'm about to talk about, the Chicago Bears, it can look a little different.
And,
So
and and
first,
I want the fans to hear this. As a player, we do not give an F about draft, about
at all, at
about
all.
about draft position. We're trying to win because we got incentives that we're trying to make sure happens. We know that every time you step on the field, you're being evaluated. So you're putting film out there. And so just know it. We're trying to do our best out there.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Now,
First up,
sorry, how the
no, go
sorry,
ahead.
but how the coaches call and who they play and who they dress, we can't we can't control that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I'll say this. Listen, listen, listen. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret, fans. And again, I know we're getting a little bit away from the hot topic, but when it comes to when y'all see y'all team like this person going on IR, that person going on IR,
Yeah. Yeah.
you should start to scratch your head a little bit. Your team might be tanking. You feel me? I say it all the time, man. My first year, 2 years in the league, really my first year in the league, I used to think all the time, like, what is going on? Like, how we
Right.
just losing? Like, we not
Right.
that much worse, you know what I'm saying? But you look up, the whole team on IR. You know, we bringing in guys off the street. You know, I seen a couple teams this week signing dudes off
Yeah.
another team practice squad that's finna play right away and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Shout out to
Listen,
Isaiah Hodgkins. He got signed by the Giants wide receiver, caught a touchdown.
definitely. And, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, it is beneficial to those guys because they are able to get some film of guys who are, you know, ready and prepared and true pros who stay ready, like Isaiah Hodgins is. I was with him for a little bit on the Giants, man, and he is a pro. So shout out to him, man, for playing well and being ready, you know, when his
Yeah.
number was called and when his opportunity was called. But back to the hot topics. First up on the list, bigger game for the Bears or Eagles this week. And they play each other, by the way.
Ooh, bro, that's 50-50. That's
Bigger
50-50.
game.
That I guess I want to say the Eagles. I feel like it's a tighter race over there. The Bears are up a couple of games, I believe, or maybe one, but it's a tighter game over there in NFC East.
To me, it's not really about the race. It's really more so about what Philly wants to do, you know.
Mm,
And I say that because it seems like every week we're talking the same tune when it comes to the Eagles offensively. What are they going to do? Are they going to be able to
mm,
get it fixed? Who is it? In my opinion, I think win, lose, or draw, however this season ends, I think Nick Sirianni should take on offensive responsibilities as the head coach. And I
wow.
say that because he's an offensive guy. And I think sometimes when coaches delegate responsibility to people when it comes to something that they specialize in, and again, I'm saying this because I think Nick Sirianni is a very good offensive football mind who's come from a very good tree of offense. And when you go and look at what he's done as an offensive coach, he's done his thing. So if it's anybody who could fix it, I think it's him. I think sometimes when you bring guys in and you want them to fix it, things may get away a little bit from how you may necessarily envision it or call it. And then it's your offensive coordinator. So you have to let them do their thing. So
Mm,
I think this is a very big game for the Eagles because right now it just seems to me it's a little bit more of schematics more so than anything. Like I said before, I never think when a team that has that much talent on offense starts to struggle, I don't think AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley woke up at the same time and said, you know what? We don't feel like doing nothing this year.
right.
I don't think that's the case because it's not just one player that this is happening to. I know everybody wants to say, well, look at AJ Brown's uh his separation rate is a little bit lower. What is he running though? What is he running? What
Right.
routes is he running? Because they had a different offensive coordinator last year. So conceptually, he could be running different things that's taken away from his ability to create separation a little bit. So I don't think they have a player issue right now. I think it's more so a schematic issue because, like I said before, when it comes down to it, none of their offensive stars are playing like we've seen them play before consistently. We
Right.
see the plays being made because obviously they still have the ability, but we don't see it happening consistently. And I can't just put that on the players. I don't think they all woke up at the same time and said, we don't feel like doing nothing this year.
True.
And for the Bears are rolling right now. If they lose to the Eagles, it's a little bit like, you know, I mean, we lost to former Super Bowl champions. We have some growing to do. We still have to go back put our hard hats on and go to work the next day. I think this is a lot more significant for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Next up on the list, who, and this is across the league, P. In your eyes this week, who's under the most pressure to get a win? And I say that because you have a lot of teams. Obviously, you have the Buffalo Bills coming off of a loss.
Yeah.
You have the Kansas
Oh.
City Chiefs trying to create some momentum. You
Yeah.
have the Ravens with the Steelers on their heels. You
Mm-hmm.
have the Steelers who are letting the division get away from them a little bit. You have the Detroit Lions who are on the Chicago Bears heels a little bit. You have the Green Bay Packers who are trying to stay in the mix with the Lions and the Bears. So you have a lot of parity this week as far as the game and the importance of them. And who do you think is under the most pressure to get a win this week if you had to name a team?
Yeah, I'm looking now. I mean, Buffalo is up there. Um, Baltimore. That conference is is it's not figured out yet.
It's a tight race.
Yeah, so I think Baltimore, and then yeah, Dallas and Kansas City. I mean, I mean, Detroit and Green Bay. I
You got to
mean,
pick one. You got to
yeah.
pick one. If
You
we
tell me.
if at the end of the season we look back to Thanksgiving week, whose game
I
cost
say
them the most? Who do
I
you
say,
think it would be?
I'm going Kansas City. I feel like you can't if they don't make it to the playoffs, it will be it would be a big, I don't want to say one of the biggest downfalls, but to be for 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 Mahomes himself to have the type of run that he's had, um, what is it, 5 times, the division or
Yeah.
less. I mean, he's been to the conference game or Super Bowl. I think he's been there. I think 5 times, and then um, yeah, like and just for them to be back to back Super Bowl champion and then go to the Super Bowl last year and lose and then to not even make playoffs, I think it would just be a bad look. And then we all know when the winning stops, the band breaks up. So Chris
Yeah.
Jones, I don't know his contract, but you're gonna start to see pieces. I mean, Travis Kelsey, you're gonna start to see pieces kind of wither
I
away.
agree.
So
I agree with that statement, but I don't think that they're under the most pressure. I would say the team that's under the most pressure to win this week, I have to say the Buffalo Bills. And I say the Buffalo Bills for this reason right here. Last year, around this time, the rumblings were what? Buffalo Bills. They got rid of Stephon Diggs.
yeah,
It's going to be better for Josh Allen. Josh Allen's going to be able to be more of a quarterback who can spread the ball around, who can do these different things. And I say that because Patrick Mahomes has won so much in his career. At some point in time, they're gonna, he was kind of gonna hit this mark a little bit of his team may be a little bit older. They're gonna have to redo some things and change some things up. That was a given. He's won a tremendous amount in this league as far as division championships, Super Bowls, and everything like that. We've looked at the Buffalo Bills, and I say them because they're not winning their division either. So when you look at now trying to get in from a wild card standpoint, everything is important. A little bit different than Baltimore. Baltimore has now taken the lead in their division, so they control their own destiny.
that's insane.
They control their own destiny. And like I said before, everything that we were told as far as Josh Allen not having Stephon Diggs, a person who's going to hold him accountable to getting the first read the ball and not just rely on sheer playmaking. Once he left, we were told that the Buffalo Bills would take the next step,
Yeah.
and they've done the opposite.
I agree with that. Especially now, we're talking about in a time where the AFC there's no clear there like there's Lamar the Baltimore Ravens were struggling. You have a no Joe Burrow for the Bengals. Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick isn't doing well. You got Drake May and Daniel Jones leading the charge. It's like
Yeah,
if there was any season to be consistent and to continue that dominance for the Bills, it was this year.
I agree. I agree. I think this is a very big week again, coming off of a loss to the Houston Texans. I think this is a very big week for them. Next up on the list, and this can be quick, man. What's next in Vegas? They followed their OC. I mean,
That
they excuse me.
man,
They fired their OC. They fired their
shit.
DC. They passed on
DC
Shador.
too.
Yeah, they fired their DC this week. Excuse me, they fired their DC earlier in the season, and they fired Chip Kelly this week. They lost to
Wow.
Shador. They passed on Shador. So where do
My
they go from the oldest coach in the NFL?
yep. He was first
What's
year coach
next?
too. So my thing is this: I want all the coaches in the league to see how you can preserve your job. I mean, I don't. I'll say this: I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I remember I had a coach tell me this, or not tell me this, tell a player this. I'm going to fire you before you get me fired. Like to the player, you keep messing up, and I keep getting reamed on from the head coach in the meetings. Why are you coaching this? Why is he not? And this is the little laser. Are
Yeah,
you
yeah,
coaching
yeah.
this? Why aren't you getting on him? So I'm getting chewed out because of you, because I'm coaching it right, and you're getting the coaching. All right, I'm gonna bench you before I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna get you benched before you keep getting me in trouble. And so for coaches, you see a lot of coaches. Look at Kafka from the Giants. His first order of business. Shane Bowen, you're
Yeah.
done.
Listen,
And
I'll also say this, fans. You're hopeful that that player doesn't make more than you. I'll say that because
no
in this
fact.
league, some players is making more than
Oh yeah,
a few players is making more than the
yeah,
coaches. So you better hope that that player that's messing up, that you pointing that laser at and all
right.
of that, is not a dude that they either selected in the first, second, and sometimes third round,
Yeah,
or somebody they signed in free agency or extended via a big contract. You better be hopeful that it's
yeah.
not one of those three.
Because then he's untouchable. But I mean, Pete Carroll's going to be there next year. I mean, they gotta.
The same,
They're gonna.
and my bad, I don't mean to cut you off, but somewhat of the reason why we still see Gino.
Yeah,
And Gino has admitted to not playing as well as he may have wanted to, but at the end of the day, for a team standpoint, from a player, it's like how and where do we go from there, or how do we get more from that position if it continues to be something that we're not seeing? And again, it could be O line. They traded away Jacoby Myers. You know,
yeah,
now they are a little bit limited on weapons. Obviously, they still have Brock Bowers, but it's listen. I don't know where they go. They do have some. They do have some solid young pieces. You drafted Ashton Genty in the first round last year. You drafted Brock Bauer somewhere before that. So you do have a young team and some young building blocks to build around. But I think it's going to be very difficult and hard for them to turn this thing around.
yeah.
Next up on the list, last on the list before we get to the guaranteed picks for tonight's show, your guy. Should we be worried about Brock Purdy?
No, man, no. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
$53
Figured
million
out.
dollars a year.
He's gonna get figured out. I mean, this is just. This is just.
Some
This is
say
just
he's the
what. This is
right-handed
just.
Tua.
Right. We saw that, but he's gonna be good, man. He's gonna be good.
I'll say this. Do you know what's something that we have to keep in mind?
What was that?
He was Mr. Irrelevant.
He was, but now he's also Mr. Paid. so,
Which happens.
so he's changed that.
But I say he's Mr. Irrelevant because when you start to speak about the intangibles, injuries, and things that happen in the course of an NFL career, on how certain things may change for some people, it can be some of those things. It can be guys going down around you, Brandon Ayuk being out. They traded
Mm,
Debo Samuel. You know what I'm saying? The weapons may not be as tight. Last year, a McCaffrey missed some time. This year, George Kittle missed some time. He's now battle injury himself. And I say that because when you're talking about some of the first round draft picks, these are some of the best physical specimens that we've saw that their trajectory is extremely high. And I say that because a person like Mr. Irrelevant can overachieve very early.
Yes.
And
Yes.
but like any you play at the casino, right?
Yeah, I do.
At some point in time, them odds even out a little bit.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Them odds even out a little bit. And again, and sometime that's earlier in guys' career, sometime that's later in guys' career. No disrespect. Russell Wilson in Seattle, phenomenal.
Mm.
After that, it's been a little different.
How long after that? A decade after that?
Well, come on, after Seattle?
Yes.
I mean, well, I'm saying that to say because he got paid big money to go to Denver.
Right,
So
right,
he
right,
was a big money guy as well.
right.
But again, I say that again because you have guys like a Matthew Stafford who's in his 17th season looking like this, and he was a top draft pick.
Right.
You don't see low draft picks. It's been one, really, Tom Brady.
Mm.
Other than that, who have we saw? And that's why I even when I mentioned the Mac Jones thing, I always say it's something to keep in mind that he was Mr. Irrelevant.
We'll see.
We will. But on to the guaranteed picks for this week. Our guaranteed picks hit last week. Like I said before, I built my parlay around the teams that I gave you guys last week. I sprinkled in Amon-Ra St. Brown with an anytime touchdown. I sprinkled in Devin Haney with a win against Brian Norman Jr. So the best way to build some of your parlays, you can start with us and our guaranteed picks, and you can go there. You can build yourself a 5, 6, 7, 8 leg parlay. Like Prince built the 20 plus leg parlay a few weeks ago and won some big money. So the guaranteed picks that I have for this week for people to start their parlay with is the Denver Broncos over the Washington Commanders.
Mm.
Next up, the Los Angeles Chargers over the Las Vegas Raiders. The Seahawks continue to roll and they beat the Minnesota Vikings. And I
Ooh.
have the San Francisco 49ers over the
Dang.
Cleveland
You don't
Browns.
have Shadir going back to back?
I do not. I think that the 49ers have a really good defense. I do like what Shador did last week.
And we play with
I
Salah. You know his
Yeah,
defense.
yeah. I mean, he's a really good detailed coach, and I think what they'll bring to the table. And again, they're a team that's really contending, so this game matters for them. This will not be the Vegas Raiders that they're playing against, who just let uh 40 plus yard touchdowns on screen plays on 3rd and 8 plus.
Mm.
So I'll be very interested to see that game. But those are my guaranteed picks that I will be building my parlay around. I'll be also watching some other sports to see what I can sprinkle in to make those odds even better, to give myself a little bit of an advantage to make some big money. Black Friday is coming up. Cyber Monday is coming up. Christmas is also coming up. Any chance for you guys out there to put some extra cash in your pocket? Come check us out. You heard it here first. This is the way to do it. You got any picks for us this week, P?
Man, I'm looking right now. I like Miami over New Orleans, Rams over Panthers, Falcons over Jets, Jacksonville over the Tennessee Titans. Those are mine. But
Those are some good games.
how come I haven't heard Penn State? I know we don't do a lot of college,
I ain't
but
gonna lie.
who
And
does Penn State got this week?
I have to check. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna
But
pull it
again,
up.
I started to throw Penn State in there last week, but you know, me and you had our little
Oh
personal joint. I'm
yeah,
like, I don't
yeah,
want to jinx
yeah,
them boys. You feel me? I'm gonna
yeah.
let them go ahead and get it in. You feel me? I don't like to root for my alma mater in a way where I got money on the line, so I'm a little even more invested in,
I
like, you know
got
what I'm
you.
saying? Now I'm even more frustrated if they
I
lose.
know. No, I
It's
hear you. I
already
hear you.
frustrating if they
Yeah.
lose, but now it's a
They
double
got
whammy.
Rutgers. They got
And,
Rutgers.
uh,
Nebraska got Iowa.
guaranteed picks, add Penn State into the mix against, you said Rutgers?
Yeah, they got
Come on,
Rutgers.
man. Come on, man.
All
Come on,
right.
man. Add them to the picks as well. Hey, appreciate you, P. Who y'all got in Nebraska?
Iowa.
It's at Iowa.
No, it's at Nebraska. It's at Nebraska.
Listen, hey, hey,
Friday.
hey, guaranteed picks. Y'all might want to go with Iowa.
Oh, this guy. No, you want guarantee? Take the under. Take the under.
There we go. See, now we talk. See, listen, by that right there, man, y'all got yourselves a nice little parlay. Like I said before, you can mix in some anytime touchdowns in the Thursday night, in the Thursday games. There's some big names playing. So, send them to us if you do make them. Like I said before, send them to us in the comments, whatever. Add us in the story on Instagram if you do take some of our picks and use them as guaranteed picks. Thursday is Thanksgiving. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving, P?
Man, that's Happy Indigenous People Day, man.
So it's not Thanksgiving. It's
This man said, "Do you celebrate, nigga?"
hey, 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 hey,
Yo, we
hey,
gotta
hold
cut
on,
that out.
hey, hold on now. The
We
real
gotta
P coming out.
cut.
Hey, the real P coming out. Hey, listen,
It's so
you be
funny,
having
my
y'all
boy.
food, man. The real P coming out.
My boy told me too. Hey, P, you almost said. I said, yeah, I know, but now I just said. Anyways, listen. First of all, like you said before, coming to America, I am an American, so I celebrate the American holidays. So
Okay.
yes,
What's on your
yeah,
plate? What's on your plate?
goat. Um, no, I'm kidding. No, wifey's gonna make turkey. The same thing: turkey, mashed potatoes, all of it. Hey, what is it?
Okay.
What is it? Pecan pie, apple pie, whatever. Hey,
Hey man, listen, that's his plate. It's on my plate. I'm gonna go with some turkey. I'm actually gonna smoke some jerk chicken. So I'll have some turkey, some jerk chicken, macaroni
okay.
and cheese. I like to spice up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Throw some seafood rice in there, some yams. I like my mac touching yams
Seafood
for
rice,
sure.
yams.
Collard greens. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm working out Thursday morning, so I could go crazy in the
facts.
afternoon. Definitely. So hey, I gotta figure out what episode we on, man. We've been rolling through this year, man.
We
I want
have
to say
been.
we on episode 12,
We have been.
maybe. I'm gonna have to check that out, man. But to everybody out there, happy Thanksgiving from the Press Release Podcast. Enjoy. Thanksgiving Eve is a big day for people going out, man. Safe travels, drive safely, drink responsibly,
Mm.
use Uber. This is not an Uber ad, but use Uber, Lyft. Get home safely. Enjoy y'all holiday weekend. Until next time, we'll catch you guys next week. We out.
We out. I can't believe I said the N word, man.
What's wrong with that,
What
bro?
you mean?
You a real
Stop.